Welcome, welcome, guys, to my Love Island USA Season 5, Episode 35 recap. It's the episode before the finale, guys. It's almost over. And truthfully, after this episode, I wouldn't watch the finale, except for I love you guys, and I'm just gonna cover it for you guys. um, Disappointed in who's in the finals. But I did vote. Make sure you guys vote. I voted for Leo and Cassie because if I couldn't get one of the girls who's been carrying the season the entire time, I'm going to vote in one of the girls who's been carrying the season the entire time, even if her guy does not necessarily deserve it. Hi, Divine Me. Divine Me says, hello, everyone. I'm so disappointed in the producers. Why do we have to vote? Charlene says, hi. TA says, hi, Tamika. Hi, everyone. Hi. Hi. Ooh, sorry. I want to point out, and I just tweeted this. Every season, that is odd. The producers have ensured that there is no monoracial black woman in the finals. Not one. Just one point out. Hey, Prishay. Hey, Rachel. So every odd season, somehow they've either made sure that they got voted out, made sure they were a villain, made sure their connections were interrupted, made sure that a black woman is not in the odd season Love Island final. Season 1, it didn't happen. There was a black guy. There was not any black women. Season 3, there was not a black woman. There was a black guy. And now this season, there is neither. Just pointing it out. Just pointing it out. Divine Me says, I'm not voting. Please, I can't believe they are doing this again with black people. Not shocked. Charlie says, not interested in the finale, but waiting for the reunion. Divine Me says, Tamika, I love your hair. Looking good. Aw, thank you, guys. I've been having a bad week, so I need that compliment. Thank you so much. Oh man, guys, I'm very disappointed as it is, but again, I cover it, so I'm gonna vote. Um, there's some upsides to what's happened tonight. We will find them. We will discuss. Like Scott's not in the finale, so there's that. A win is a win. A win is a win. After all of that, 6th place again, Scott. And I don't believe this connection any more than I believed any of your other prior connections. So, good luck to you and Johnny. And they made sure to ruin Bergie and Taylor's relationship, so they ain't winning. So, I'm not voting for Carmen and Kenzo. I'm not voting for the scammers, and I'm not voting for Hannah and Marco. So the only vote I could make was to vote for Leo and Cassie, who at least has entertained us the entire season. When Cassie came and cussed Leo out from Casa Amor, wasn't that season? Wasn't that scene good? Yes. Did she eventually get back with him? Obviously. But we had that one scene that was amazing. Uh, Rachel says, I'm glad Scott went home. Same. T is so disappointed and not watching the finale. I will be watching you, Miss T, Joy, and Chantel. Are y'all covering BIP? We will be covering BIP. I think we will be doing VIP on Chantel's channel, and I will be covering with Miss T Joy and Chantel Golden Bachelor on my channel. So we will be on both channels, and then that starts September 28th, and then I don't think either of us will be covering Joey's season. Kind of not interested. And then we'll see what happens with Love Island Games, which starts November 1st. So until then, if you guys are Big Brother fans, I'll be covering Big Brother. I may cover the final season of All Rise because it's one of my favorite shows, and it's like scripted, and it's like one of the only scripted shows that's coming out with a new season in the next few months. So maybe that, and then maybe I'll do some like retrospectives of old shows. I haven't decided, but right now it'll be Big Brother until BIP and Golden Bachelor starts. Um, Bridget says at least Scott is gone. Yeah, I mean pretty much. Like a win is a win. A win is a win. Rachel says so much for Scott being a slow burner, right? All of a sudden he can make out in showers, right? Oh yeah, you said he was busy making out the show with Johnny. All of a sudden, Scott is moving to Love Island Games. Somebody was like to me, "Oh, he's gonna bring Johnny back to the UK." I said, "I'm trying to find out if Love Island Games they're going to record it after this because it's in Fiji. Are they going to record it and then air it in November, or is it going to be live?" So now they're saying it's like a combination of Love Island and the Challenge, which is basically Love Island, but it's also with prior contestants. So it's kind of weird because they're also still going to be finding love. So technically, if Scott found love, why would he be going on Love Island Games, right? So we shouldn't be seeing him unless him and Johnny break up. So Rachel says Love Island Games is pre-recorded. Okay. So I wonder if we'll get spoilers then. If we get spoilers, that would be interesting. I'll see if I can get some information. I can't wait to find out who the cast is. Bridget says, what about the ultimatum? I've not watched the ultimatum. I could check it out and see if I'm interested. I'll see. I actually wanted to check out this past season of Temptation Island, which I normally watch, but I could not watch this season because I was doing so many Love Islands. So maybe I'll check out that too. You should do Love is Blind. I can do Love is Blind. I can do Love is Blind. That's a good idea. So I'll look out for those, and I will get. I know they're going to do a Love Is Blind UK, which I'm kind of excited for. I want to see how they do that because there's no prize involved, but we'll see if they remove the black people off that show if they're not drama. Like, are they going to show us a black love story on Love Is Blind UK? Because I noticed even when I watch Maths UK, they only really show the black people if they're drama. So that seems par for the course. Divine Me says, I'm watching the Ultimatum now. It's really good. I'll check it out. I'll see. I'll have some time. Finale Sunday. I'm done with Love Island, and I'm only doing Big Brother. Which Big Brother is still a lot of content because there's live feeds and 3 episodes a week. But I can maybe fit something in that's a couple of times a week. So we'll see. Hi, Carmen. Welcome back. So let's get into this episode so we can discuss. And so the episode does start where we left off. Bergie's upset with what Grandpa Bergie said, and it shocked the entire village because they all think Bergie and Taylor have the best connection. Marco and Hannah are just so glad that their families love them, but so sad for Bergie because they know that he's going to get in his head about it and they don't want him to. Bergie does talk to Kenzo, and Kenzo says, like, we all see your connection. We have, and he says, yeah, we have a genuine connection. And so Kenzo tells him, focus on that. Don't worry about the outside. You'll have her go meet your family. She'll wow them. They'll be fine. Just don't get in your head about it. So everybody's trying to tell Bergie not to get in his head about it. Will he listen? Spoiler alert. Leo and Kyle talk, and Leo is so excited that everybody's reaction towards his family, and he gets a text. The hideaway is open, and everybody wants to send the boyfriend and girlfriend, Kenzo and Carmen, to the hideaway, and they refuse it because her father told her not to go in the hideaway. And so everybody sends Leo and Cassie to the hideaway. They are excited. She picks out, she's like, listen, if they're going to send me to the hideaway, I'm not going to say no. She picks out a pink and black lingerie. She said she's going to try to be more angelic. Why? I need the producers of all Love Islands across the board. When these people open the hideaway, can you please have wardrobe for these men? Because why did he go into the hideaway in a white beater, tight boxers, slippers, and socks? Can we not, like, get these boys some PJs, some loungewear, some smoking jackets? Like, come on! Like, they look like children going. Can we not? But when they get to the hideaway, there's the hot tub going. I'm like, I wonder, were they the only ones that got the hot tub? Because we haven't seen the hot tub all season. Rachel says, can't believe Cassie slept with this man on TV after what he did. Listen, everybody's allowed them to get back together and they're supporting them and love their relationship, which is why I'm voting for them. Y'all kept them in there. I'm going to vote for them then. Hot tub going, champagne, fruit, chocolate. And he's just like, you and me, or she said, you and me coming back together. I just love that we did that. And he says he was down, but he wanted to show her like what he feels like she can expect in the future. They just want to keep growing their relationship. It's like, great, love it, good luck to y'all. Next, we see bedtime. Everybody's getting ready. Kyle to Bergie, it'll be okay. And then Bergie and Marco talking. It's like, oh, chemistry seems forced, is what Grandpa said. Taylor does say she is a very sensitive person, so it does feel like it's hurtful. And Destiny points out, listen, Kyle pursued me, so I'm not the drama. And she's not wrong. Prishay says, if everyone was going to support Leo and Cassie, we could have kept KK and Keenan, which is what I tried to say to everybody. I told everybody not to vote Keenan and KK out. I voted for them. I voted for them to stay. I told everybody not to do that. I said it's short-sighted to send KK and Keenan home because all that's going to happen is these people are going to get to do this. So because everybody in the villa wanted to support Leo and Cassie and their relationship and the fact that he slept with somebody else, and still he gets to go back to her just by making her some breakfast and pouring her a Coke, then they should be just as fine if they beat them in the finale. Carmen says, yeah, team Leo and Cassie. Marco can't win. Period. Perche says, I did also. That's what I'm saying. Listen, I'm sure Carmen and Kenzo, Marco and Hannah think they have it in the bag. You guys made sure to pick and choose who you wanted to support. And so, since those are the options left up to us to choose from, I'm choosing to support Leo and Cassie. Y'all said that they're great and they should stay, regardless of the fact that he did probably some of the most harm in the villa. But it's okay. So, it's all good to you. I hope you guys are okay with losing to them. That's my thought process on it. I gotta watch it. Might as well see if I can get a winner. Tia says, yes, Tamika, that's exactly why I voted for them. Exactly. I mean, it just makes sense to me. Um, Bergie asks Taylor when she gets into bed if she's okay. She does say she's okay. She asks if he's okay. He says he is. But he's really not. You can see it all over his face. Um, Bridget, I voted for Bergie and Taylor. I would have voted for Bergie and Taylor, except for I just don't think they're going to win, especially what they've done tonight. Like, they basically nearly had them break up. Nobody's voting for that. I mean, very little people are voting for that. So they basically got into the finale by the skin of their teeth, only because those other two couples were the newest. And they literally, the reason why Destiny and Kyle are not in the finale is because they made sure not to show any of their conversations before they recoupled. And then when they recoupled, they showed limited amount of their conversations. And then the last couple of days, they've shown their conversations, and it's like, oh wow, they had something. And so it was too little, too late. If Bergie was going to act like this, Destiny should have stayed. Exactly. So yeah, Leo and Cassie played with the toys. The bed was moving. We can infer what we can infer from that. So the next morning, Leo and Cassie wake them up, and he hugs Johnny. Hello, good morning, ex-girlfriend. Carmen is cranky. Leo to the boys. Yeah, so we had sex. Yay. Cassie to the girls. We baked a cake 3 times. And Leo said it was hella romantic. Can't wait to start life outside the villa. Hannah and Bergie talk, and he's not feeling good. He's focused on his grandfather's comments. And the problem I have with this is, he should be telling this to Taylor. Like, he should not be telling this to Hannah. He should be telling this to Taylor, that the comments rub me the wrong way, and I want to make sure that you're okay, and I'm going to make sure that they not make you feel like that going forward. Carmen says, does anyone else feel like Hannah is a little male identified? What do you mean by that? Like, she supports men? Or she's more friends with men? Um, and he feels bad because Taylor's mom really loved him and had such great things to say about him. And Bergie just says that Taylor is the girl that's made him the most comfortable. He's felt the most connection to. And so he's really disappointed. Then we get a conversation between Carmen and Kenzo. They're going to go to LA, and they're going to go to the movies, and they're going to go to Disney and Universal. And I don't care about these scammers. I told you guys to vote them out before, and now they have a chance to win. Marco gets a text, and it's a game, the last challenge of the season, and it's Up and Down Diner. You have to fulfill orders in diner. You have to make like a burger, fries, loaded fries, a banana split, a milkshake. I think it was like that was it, like a full order of food. So it's a cute challenge. You know, these people love throwing around food. So Leo basically throws his food and doesn't have a plate. Johnny couldn't understand Scott because Kenzo and Carmen and Hannah were all yelling at them while they were trying to make their plates. Kyle and Destiny do finish. Marco makes his meal with his hands up when it's his turn. Bergie too, with Hannah's hands up. Bergie too. Kenzo sabotages Carmen. Kenzo throws food. Bergie does finish. Carmen says, like she's normally sides with men or approaches the topic with male point of view. I don't know. I'm just asking. I don't know. Sometimes she's very. I just feel like she's one of those girls that is very choosy about the girls that she's friends with. Um, like her closest friends are Imani and Taylor, and they were like the last two girls to come into the villa. And her and Carmen were close at first, and doesn't seem like they are. Um, which Taylor I get because Bergie's like one of her better friends, so she hangs out with Taylor a lot. Um, I don't know. I don't know. But Destiny and Kyle do win this challenge. They win the final challenge of the game. And Destiny tells them flex on them. He does. I thought that was cute. And they have an entire food fight. And it is to Cassie and Destiny, the last two OG girls, do comment to each other that was the last challenge, and that is so sad. And it is sad. Um, Divine Me says, I think the comment of Kyle's sister was unnecessary because Kyle got a lifeline through Destiny. And allowed me to say that Destiny was the prize, not Kyle. Exactly. And I mean, thankfully, the vote was not impacted by that. But again, even if you don't like Destiny, do you not want him to win 50K? How smart was that to try to X him out of 50K? If I was Kyle, that god sister, I would never talk to her again. Do you understand? You almost ran me out of money. Never again. We would never talk. Nah, sorry. Good luck to her. Then they show us a scene of Marco getting emotional because Family Day reminded him that his mom was not there, passed away from liver cancer. Very sad scene. Does not warm me up to him. I'm sure that's what it was meant to do. They did another thing that I think was try to rectify Marco's character. It will absolutely never be rectified for me. I don't care for the guy. I am sad that his mom passed away. I do wish he was a better person, but I don't think he is. So, Carmen. Sorry. So this is where we get Johnny and Scott make out in the shower. Um, Carmen says, "I love and support each couple that is here." Kyle says, "Every conversation that I have with Destiny, I feel better and better." Um, Cassie says her journey with Leo has made her stronger. And so Destiny and Kyle do sit down on the swings, and they're kind of euphoric. They got the last W of the season, and Destiny says, you really balance me out, and I love that. And he's like, yeah, I knew I would. That's what I'm here for. And they talk about the challenges ahead and how his mother threw him a cup. Again, see, he's not even worried about the god sister. He's just worried about his mother. But Destiny said, hey, we'll go to New York, and we'll make sure she sees how much she can love me. We'll handle it. Then we get Scott and Johnny talking, and they hope we'll try to make it work if they leave today. um he's like, oh, he didn't come there expecting to find a connection, but he's so happy to find a connection with Johnny, and they're going to figure it out. And I personally don't see their chemistry. I see a lot of physical stuff. I don't see anything. Good luck to Scott. I just don't care. um Carmen says, I pulled up Bergie's IG, and Bergie's mom passed away when Bergie was a child, and they never mentioned it on the show. So why, Marco? They have mentioned it on the show, but as you said, no, he didn't get a separate thing saying, oh, I miss my mom, and I'm reflecting on my mom, and she wasn't here. Maybe she would like Taylor. Maybe things would be different if my mom was here. He didn't say that. He didn't say that. So yeah, I agree. They did it for a reason. Scott, shut up. Somebody on IG, that was funny for Shay. Scott, somebody on IG was like, "Oh, that made me so sad for Marco. I'm still not voting for him," and that's how I feel. Like, sorry for him. I feel bad for him. It doesn't make me want to vote for him. He's not been a kind person to people. This is not just about Destiny. He wasn't kind to Cassie either. He's made nasty comments towards her too. Um, yeah, no, sorry. Bergie and Taylor do talk, and he's like, he's feeling better. He's still processing, but he's like, things are good to them. And she says, I get scared for when we get out of here. And I don't know if you know how much I really like you. I don't think I show it enough. And Bergie says, yeah, I don't know if I'm as open to you because I'm afraid of the long distance and I don't want to get hurt. And I was like, long distance? All this time, Bergie has been on this, I'm going to move for whoever comes in. I'm going to move to where they are. All of a sudden, it's a long distance issue. All right, Bergie. And so Taylor does kind of get her back up. It's like, well, if you don't want to indulge in a relationship long distance, then maybe we should kind of back this off now. And it's basically so clear that it has to do with the videos, and he's using this distance thing as an out. Bergie, TA says, Bergie, I think Bergie likes Taylor, but I knew he was not that into Taylor all along. Yeah, that's what I got from it as well, because, like, why all of a sudden long distance come up? I think she likes him. I keep saying this. I think she genuinely likes the guy. Unfortunately, she's not like, that blonde, blue-eyed girl that he thought he was going to get. She's not Carmen. She is different, and she is biracial, and I think it could potentially be a problem. Divine Me says, Scott just got his check and quit, Kwani. I can't disagree with that. If him and Johnny are still together by the end of this month, I would be very shocked. Perche says, Berkey, at some point in your life, as a grown man, you're going to have to stand up to your family. It's going to hurt, but grow up. Yeah, I think it's... So Berkey, Hannah, and Marco talked, and he says, I care for her. I was just trying to be honest. And and Hannah is like, just like, oh, well, you have a right to be honest, and you were being true to yourself, and that's all you can do. And I'm like, no, that's not what Taylor needed from him. Taylor needed him in that moment for him to be strong. She just got railroaded by his grandfather, and now he's allowing his doubts to seep into their relationship. And instead of being strong for her, he's focused more on what's going through his head. And instead of telling her, I'm trying, it's really getting to me what he said. I don't even know how to like get past it. And it doesn't have to do with you. It literally has to do with him, but he's not here for me to like work it out and talk to him and defend him. And so you just kind of see, like, you can say a lot about Kyle, but I feel like Kyle definitely handled this type of situation way better than Bergie. And I think they're about the same age. So, like, Bergie, you're going to literally allow yourself to lose a woman. I mean, to be fair, Bergie probably after this will have his pick of women, I'm sure. But I do think Taylor and him could have had something if he really wanted it. Does he really want it? It's not really sounding like it. So, Taylor does come back, and her and Bergie decide they're going to go chat it out, but Miss Sarah Hyland walks into the villa, guys, and this is it. Guys, please join me at the fire pit. America has been voting for the couples they want to see in the finale, and there are 4 couples to the finale. 2 couples will be dumped with the fewest votes. And the first couple saved, in no particular order, Carmen and Kenzo. Second couple saved, Hannah and Marco. Third couple saved was Cassie and Leo. And fourth couple saved was Bergie and Taylor, leaving Johnny and Scott, Destiny and Kyle to go home. Bridget says he will regret losing Taylor. I think so too. Carmen says, although I'm voting for Cassie and Leo, I'm far more invested in Bergie and Taylor. Fair. That's fair. That's a fair assessment. Bergie's reaction shows why he's so strange from the start. His grandfather's opinion is all that counts for him. I think they don't like black women for him. Yeah. But does he like black women for himself? And I said this, I think I've even said this on my Bachelorette podcast. If you've never, as a white guy, dated a black woman, how will you be able to get through those bumps? And again, I'm pretty sure that Taylor's actually biracial. And either way, because even like in the Meghan Markle Harry situation, when you approach these types of situations where you are bringing in a person of another race into your family and you have never dated that race, first of all, you have to navigate those conversations. And then you have to navigate your relationship through those situations. And if you don't have the balls to be able to get through both of those, especially get through both of those without your partner who is the person of color or the black woman or the biracial woman being the person that has to do the heavy lifting and teaching you and showing you how to make sure to have respect giving to them, you're not up for the challenge. And you should probably leave it alone. Rachel says, I love Taylor. I voted Taylor so she can be compensated for her pain and suffering. That is hilarious. The problem is I generally think that she likes the guy. That's the sad part. I genuinely think that she likes the guy. And like I think I said in my last podcast, I feel like if she had come in with her brown hair and not the color hair that she has now, she'd be more girl next door, and maybe it would be different people seeing the connection, but I think they feel like she's more sexed up than she is with her look. Because I feel like that look was a little more girl next door. Would he have wanted her though, because she wasn't blonde? She's a brunette. That is the question. I mean, we're attracted to what we're attracted to, so I get it. But I agree with you, Carmen. I'm way more invested to see if Bergie actually does continue a relationship off the island, or was this all just the game? Um, which we've seen before. It's always, you never know. I will say again, kind of where we were with season 10 of Love Island UK. Season started great. This season, Casa Amor was amaze balls. It's just not. It's been lackluster. The editing sucked. Um, because they're clearly favoriting two couples to get to the end for them to win, and that is Marco and Hannah, and Carmen and Kenzo. I don't think they want Leo and Cassie to win. I don't think so. I don't think they think that they're going to win. That's the other reason why I'm going to vote for them. So I voted on two devices. If they win, we did our job. If they didn't win, it's probably producer manipulation. Bridget said too much edit. Absolutely. The last few weeks have been edited to the hilt. How is it that we got none of Kyle and Destiny's conversations prior to recoupling? That people are just, nobody in the villa was shocked when she picked him, except for Imani, which still does not make sense to me. But nobody else in the villa seemed to be shocked. But we, the audience, was shocked because we never saw any. They made sure not to show Destiny in a good light. And again, I point out, seasons 1, 3, 5, no monoracial black woman has made it to a final. Season 2 and 4, both won by a black woman. There's a reason they do this. And to me, um, season 2 is still probably my favorite season. Last season was good. It was better than 3 and 1, but this season, like 3/4 of it was good. They just, the nail in the coffin was making sure that these trying to fit it so that no black people could get to the end, and I need for them to stop. And so people, they hate Destiny, they love Imani, they pitted Imani, Destiny, KK against each other. It's so funny. What they hate KK for, they hate Destiny for the opposite. What they love Imani for, they want her to be up against the other two girls, and she should have been the OG. And it's like, if she was an OG and had coupled up with Keenan, who's to say she wouldn't be in the same place as KK? And if she wasn't in the same place as KK and she did what, because she's still dealing with Keenan, and she did things the way Destiny did them, would you still be supporting her? Carmen says, I can't tell how tall Destiny is, but she needs a modeling contract. She's gorgeous. Like I said, if you go to her page, it's Destiny Zamara. She has like a lot of travel pictures, so it's like a lot of bikini pictures and stuff like that. And yeah, I could definitely see her modeling. On the flip side, come to find out, Imani was in a pageant and was in the running to be Miss California. And you can see her in some pictures with a dress and a sash and a crown. She was represented Sacramento, I believe it was. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I haven't seen KK pop back up on social media. I might have missed it. She was supposed to do a Q&A with Keenan as well. Kind of haven't seen that, so I don't know where they're at. But 3 gorgeous black women, and who I feel like all did their journeys differently, and yet why is it that none of their stories resonated or was received by the audience in order to get them further into the season? Editing. And the people that they sent into the villa for them. I'm sorry, but the men this season, I mean the men every season, to be fair, but most of the men this season were shit. Like young boys who just want to have sex. Like the amount of sexual activities this season that I've seen is probably beyond stuff I've even seen in the UK. And usually a lot of times they go in. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know where it'll fall. Probably depend on the winner. Because like season 3 was probably one of my favorite seasons. And it started off that way and then just ended in like total terrible, like worst winners. No, like, so the back half was just terrible. So that's kind of what they've done here. Bridget says, I actually like Mike. I actually like Mike too. If you don't follow Mike, I like him. I like him on social media. Yep. Per se said KK did a podcast. It's in her IG story. Oh, I'll check that out. I must have missed it. Shani says, I loved all the Black Girls this season. They were amazing. That's how I feel. I feel like they gave us three great, amazing girls. I do. And even some of the ones in Casa Amor, they were good. They were just paired with shit men. Thank you, Brandy. Hi. Shani says, I don't know who to vote for at this point. I'm still thinking about it. Yeah. Like I said, if you're just coming in, I voted for Leah and Cassie. I voted that way because the Islanders seem to think that they're compatible and they should be supported, even though to me he made the ultimate betrayal. But they felt like he should be able to stay over some other Islanders, and they never even voted them as least compatible. So you should then not be upset or like frustrated if they beat you in this final. You supported them when you couldn't support Keenan and KK, so Keenan and KK went home. You made sure that Leo and Cassie stayed around. And so if they beat you, they beat you. I hope they beat them. TA says, I like Mike. As I actually like Mike too. And Brandy said she started. She's like, no problem. And she's like, I like Mike too. I do too. If you don't follow Mike on social media, I follow him on IG. I follow most of them on IG. I unfollowed Harrison. I don't like how he talked about Destiny. And it's like he felt in order to defend his relationship with Emily because it was boring and we didn't like it or care for it or support it. He felt like he had to shit on Destiny in order to ratify that. And that's fine. But I don't have to follow you, and I definitely wasn't following Emily. On the flip side, Mike was very had such glowing things to say about Destiny, and he says he feels like they have unfinished business. Another person, like I said yesterday, ducked into my comments here and said that Eddie from Casa Amor also said that she was his strongest connection, and there's a reason she didn't pick him, and at some point they will discuss why that is. And so, so far, even with Kyle, he seems to have glowing reports about Destiny. I mean, she could break up with him at the airport, and I'm still good with where they left off. So I think I'm good all around. Shani says, what did Harrison say about Destiny? Oh, he was just trying to go with the narrative that she's volatile and we didn't see everything, and that him and Emily had such a strong connection. And I was like, you guys, I mean, we know it's an edited program, so obviously they fault the editors. They cut out all y'all conversations if y'all had any. All we saw was you guys making out and having sex. So that's not Destiny's fault. That's the editor's fault. So why are you shitting on Destiny? Divine Me says, Harrison is so full of himself. I don't like Mike at all, not even because of the disrespect, but something about him is off for me. I can see that. Yeah, I don't care if Destiny and Kyle break up. He made her last days happy and made her feel supported, and that's all that matters. Period! This is the happiest I've seen Destiny, like almost the entire season. So I'm good. She left with a good final story. And we know that things don't work out when they leave the villa. I don't think any of these couples are going to last past this villa. And right about now, very few couples have. So these couples, I have no hopes for them. If they last, they last. I'm very barely invested in any of them, to be fair. All right, guys. So I will be back for the finale. I have to see how long it is. Are they even giving them final date? I don't even know. I don't even care. This is so bootleg. But I think they did give final dates last season and then did the winner pick. So maybe that's what they'll do. Maybe it'll be a 2 hour finale. I'm fine with that. Get the show over with. But the finale is Sunday if you missed it. So you're voting. You have like another hour and a half to vote. So you're basically voting for the finale Sunday. And I don't know what they're going to give us. It's not like the UK. The UK, they do final dates, and then they do the Love Island prom, and then they do declarations, and then they do the finale. Um, and here, I'm pretty sure probably what they might do is like final dates, and then who wins the show. That's it. Oh, wait, sorry. Shani says Harrison's demeanor when leaving the villa was like he could care less if him and Emily worked out. So what's his beef? I have no idea. Because I thought the same thing, and he's back in Australia, and she's wherever she lives. So I don't know. Carmen said, "Oh no, we only have one more. Only one more. That's it." And she's like, let me pull myself together. Sorry. All right, guys. So I will be back for the finale. And again, as always, follow me here and everywhere on social media. I try to put out what I'm going to be covering. So I will be covering Big Brother for the rest of the season. I will be back probably for Golden Bachelor on this channel and probably Bachelor in Paradise in on Reality Realness with Chantel and Miss Chijoy. Um, and I've been getting suggestions all night for shows to watch. I've been told The Ultimatum. I've been told Love is Blind. I've been told, I said maybe Temptation Island. So we'll see. I'm gonna go back and see what's here available, what's new, and maybe I'll cover something that's like a once a week thing. Because Big Brother is a lot, but yeah. TA says thanks Tamika for the recaps. Thank you TA for joining me. I want to thank you guys all. Thank you Charlene. Thank you Divine Me, Sharnice, Carmen, Brandy. Who else is here? Thank you guys for rolling with Prishay, Bridget, Rachel. I want to thank you guys for joining me as I just like build back this channel. I took a break early in the year and I needed it. I was like in the most toxic space I've probably been in a while. And I am in a better space. I have a lot of things coming up and I'm excited to build back this channel. So thank you guys for rolling with me. Um, Good night. I love you guys. See you Sunday. Bye.